Hello there boys and girls and welcome back to this brand new video. My name is Phil and in this tutorial we're going to build a drawing app using canvas in HTML and JavaScript, vanilla JavaScript, no library or something else like that. We're going to use the drawing app to draw with our mouse or with our touch on mobile phones on the screen. Also we can change the color here and draw another color. We can change the pen width by range, and also we can clear the whole draw field and also undo the last actions. Have fun watching the video right now and let's go. So we're gonna start here in our index.html. We already built a little basic HTML construction here. We included the styles.css and the main.js, which is actually empty. The styles.css only contains some basic body stuff like the background. And on the right side here, we're gonna see the preview here on our browser. So let's dive into it right now. We're just gonna create a div with the class of field. And inside that field, we're gonna create the canvas with the ID of canvas, and also we're just gonna create a new div container with the class of tools, and inside that we're gonna put in the buttons and the color changer fields, something like that. So first things first, we're gonna say button, type is equal to button here. We give it a class of also button, and what we can do right here is, for example, undo, and a second button here for clear. After that, we're going to create the fields to change the color. We're going to use a div container with the class of color minus field, and we're going to style that inline. So we give it a background of, let's say, background is equal to red. Yeah, we're going to use 4 colors here in our case, just for tutorial reasons. So you can of course use more or other colors. I'm going to use red, blue, green, and also yellow. And yeah, in the end, we're just going to put in here some input with the type of color. So this will be color picker, a basic HTML color picker, and we give it a class of color minus picker. And after that, we're going to create another input with the type of range, which needs a min and a max value, and min value should be greater than 0, so we use 1, and max value will be, in our case here, for example, 100. And also a class of, let's say, pen minus range. So if we refresh that, you actually will not see something here in the canvas because we didn't give it a width and a height, and you will only see here the little inputs here. So what we need to do next is we need to style those color fields and the canvas. We're gonna go inside our styles.css. You only got some basic body stuff, and inside here we're just gonna style the color field. So you can say tools and dot color minus field, and inside here you just can say something like height of 40 pixel, width of 40 pixel. Also give it a min height, so it will not be smaller than 40 pixel, also for the width of 40 pixel. And we can say cursor pointer, and if we refresh that, you will see that here are our 4 colors. And what we can do next is display set to inline blocks, so they will be all in one row. Also we can say cursor set to pointer, so it's more visible for the user that you can do something and interact with those fields. And yeah, let's say something like box minus sizing equal to border box. And also to make it round, you're gonna say border minus radius is equal to 50%. So it will look like this, and we're gonna give it a border of 2 pixel solid white. All right, here we go, and so far so good. What we need to change next is we have here our tools field in HTML. So we're just gonna style it a little bit. Not style it, we're gonna give it the display of flex. So we just can say that justified content center, that the whole content will be in the middle, and also in the vertical and alignment will be on center. And what we can say, it's already done, but we're going to declare it here as flex direction. Oh, I closed it. as flex direction minus row, and also so that is not directly on the canvas here, we're just gonna say margin minus top of, let's say something like 50 pixel. 50 pixel is word. So, and color field also will get an align minus self center, so it will be full centered here. Cool, so good. After that, we're just gonna style the button a little bit here. So we're gonna say .tools.button, and here also we're gonna say align minus self will be center, and we're just gonna give it a width of, let's say 100 pixel, a height of 40 pixel, also border of 2 pixel, solid right. Cursor is also pointer. I'm gonna say the color is white. I'm gonna say the background is equal to, let's give it a dark black, for example, something like that. Sorry, I mean something like this here, a dark color. And we're gonna say font minus weight is equal to bold. So those are the buttons right now. You can give a little margin of 0.15 pixels, so to left and right it will have a little space. We could also do that for the color field, so I'm going to say margin is equal to 0.15 pixel. And now it looks like this. Of course we can also style those things here, but we're gonna not use much time for that, so we're just gonna say that the color minus picker has also an align minus self center to make it alignment and radical alignment and center, and also margin of 0 and 50 pixel and a height of 50 pixel. Same for .pen minus range, also here align minus self center and the margin of 0.15 pixel. So it will looks like this right now. It looks a little bit weird here, so let's make it a little bit bigger. I think that's okay here. We can change the margin to 10 instead of 15 pixel, so it takes a little bit less space here. Yeah, here we go. Now it looks like this. Alright, so we are already done with the styling. We can just declare the canvas here and can give it a little border or a box shadow of black, for example, -3 pixel, 2 pixel, 9 pixel, 6 pixel on black. Yeah, and also cursor pointer to make clear that this is a field where you can interact with. And as you can see here right now, this is our canvas, and yeah, we're gonna style the width and height and also the background color in the JavaScript. And that's what we're gonna do now. So in the JavaScript, we just need to take our canvas field. We're gonna do that by document.getElementById, and if you remember, we use the ID of canvas. So what we can do here is we can say canvas.width is equal to window.inner width, and here we're just gonna say -60 pixel. So I just changed the server to a live server here, so if we do change something, for example the background color, we will immediately see the difference and the changes here, so I don't need to refresh it all the time. So but we're going on here right now, so we declared the canvas width to windows minus inner width -60, so it has 30 pixel left and right space, and also the height of 400 pixel, and that's our canvas here right now. So let's start with the context. The context is really important in every canvas, so we just can say that canvas.getContext, and yeah, maybe you know we're going to use a 2D context with 2 dimensions here. And what we can do here is we can say context.fill style is equal to, and here we can put in every color. We're going to use the right color here. Hopefully this is right. So we can say context dot fill rect, and now we can put in from the coordinates of 0x and 0y to canvas dot width and canvas dot height. And now if we save that, we fill it white from top left to down right here. And yeah, so what we need to do now is we need to set some variables for our drawing app here. So let's say, for example, that we're going to choose the draw color, which is in the beginning equal to black, and also let the draw width, which is actually the pen width, and let's set it to 2 in our case, for example. And let's define the variable let is drawing is equal to false, so we can later specify if we are drawing or not by using this variable. So first things first, you're going to create 2 event listener to start our drawing. What we need to do is, first things first, we're going to say canvas.add event listener, and what we're going to do here is touch start, and we're going to call a new function which we're going to create now, which has the name of false, which has the name of start. And also we're just going to create the touch move event, and here we're going to create a function with the name of draw. And yeah, we're gonna copy that, and we're gonna create 2 more, so not only for the touch, also for the mouse down. And we're gonna start, and for the mouse move we're just gonna draw. Alright, so of course we need to declare those 2 functions, start and draw, and we're gonna do that here. So we're gonna say function start, which actually has an event for getting the mouse coordinates. And first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to say is drawing is equal to true. So now we know we're going to draw. And here we're just going to say that context dot begin path. So we're going to say, hey canvas, we just begin a new path, so prepare to do something. And also we can say context dot move to, and here we need the coordinates from the event, which is actually event dot client x minus canvas dot offset left, and also event dot client y minus canvas dot offset top, event dot prevent default to let default changes disappear. So you will see an error here, I think, right now, because draw is not defined. You will call the draw function. We're gonna make it different here from start and draw, and the reason is, first things first, here with the start function we're going to prepare the drawing, and with the draw function we're going to actually draw. And here we have the touch event, and here we have the mouse event. So this is also usable in the mobile and tablet versions on the phone, and this is usable for the computer. Yeah, that's why we're gonna create the actual draw function here right now. This also takes an event. And what we can do here now is we just can check, first things first, if is drawing is equal to true, but of course that's a boolean, so we just can say if is drawing. And here we just can say that the context dot line 2, what is this, context dot line 2, and here we're going to take the same arguments like move to, and so we just can say that we're going to draw a line to the coordinates where the mouse is moving. And also we can say that context dot stroke style is equal to the draw color, which we defined here as black in the beginning. And we just can say that the context dot line width is equal to draw width, also defined in the beginning here as 2. And yeah, we just can say something like context dot line cap, because it's a draw field, we're going to put it as round, so we have a little rounded style in the drawing. And also the context dot line join, that's very important to get a full path, a full line with not so many interruptions inside. And in the end, we just can say context.stroke to use the define styles here. So let's refresh, and now as you can see now, it will not stop. So I can click here the mouse and it will not stop here, but it starts drawing. So what we need to do next is, as you can see here, it does not stop. I can't stop it now, but if I click it once left, we will start drawing with the black color and the width of 2. So what we need to do next, of course, is we need to stop the drawing. So here we got already our event listener, and what we can do next is something like touch, and we can call the function stop. And not only for touch and also for the mouse out event. Okay, so the stop function of course need to be declared. So we can say function stop. And yeah, also like the other functions, it takes an event. And what we can do here is we can check again if is drawing. What we're going to do is context.stroke again, and also context.close path. If you remember in the beginning of the start function, we begin a path, and here we're gonna close the path, and we're gonna set is drawing to false again. Also what we can do here is something like event.prevent default, and this is what we can use also in the stop function here. And yeah, let's see if it works. We're gonna stop it, and I click, let the mouse click, and if I go out, it stopped. So this is a basic draw app we have used here. Of course, you can change the color here, for example, to red, and then we will draw in red. But we have here our tools interface where we can change the color. Also with the color picker, we can change the color. We can change the size of the pen. Of course, this has no effect here right now, so we need to change this. And also we can clear the whole canvas and undo the last drawing. So what we're gonna do here is inside the index.html, we have our fields here. What we need to put in here is an onClick event. And inside this onClick event, we're going to call a function, which is, let's say, for example, change color. And as an argument, we give in this, which means we give in the whole element. And the idea is to get the attribute of style to get the actual color of the element. So we just can copy that and paste it in the other color fields. And now, of course, we need to create the function here. And it's pretty easy. What we can do here is just function change color. And remember, the argument was the element itself. And what we're gonna do here is just that we're gonna change the draw color to is equal to element dot style dot background. All right, so this should already work. Red and blue and green and yellow. Oh, that's cool. We can also do this now for the color picker here. And what we need to do here is also not an onClick, but this time an onInput event, because we got an input as HTML field. And what we can do here is just saying that the draw color is equal to this dot value. That's it. So we just pick here, let's say something like this blue. And now we got this blue, and let's take a purple here, and we got the purple. All right, that's pretty easy to do. Let's do it with the range input as well. So remember, we got an input field, so this is on input. What we can change here is we can say that the draw underscore width is equal to this dot value. And now if we change this here to big size, it will be really, really big. And if you're going to draw it smaller, it will be small, and the smallest one is 1, and the biggest one is something like that, of also in other colors, which can overthrow the existing one. Here we go, let's take this. Nice. So we need to do two more things, the clear and the undo function. The clear function is pretty simple. The undo function is just a little trick to use and save the existing paths. So let's begin with the clear function. So we got our button here with the clear button, and again here we're just gonna call the event of on click, and we're gonna call a function which is clear canvas. And what we need to do inside the main.js is to create this function. So let's do it. Function clear canvas. And here inside you're just going to say that the context.fill style is equal to, and here we just need to get the background color back. So we just can also say start background color is equal to white, and then we just can say that the fill style is the start background color, and here we can bring back the start background color. Also we just can say that the context dot clear rect is equal from 0 to canvas dot width and canvas dot height. And of course we need to fill direct again with the chosen color here, right? And actually that's what we need to do. So we're gonna raw red and bigger and green, and if we click here on clear, it's all gone. So let's do the last thing here with the undo function. And first things first, also we're gonna create an on click event. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna name the function undo last. So inside here we need to create the function undo last. And the basic idea behind is to create an array that saves every draw path you do. Here you begin a path, and this path, which will be ended in the stop function with close path, will be saved in this array. So we can just create an empty array. So let's say let restore array is equal to an empty array. And yeah, we need an index function to know where we are inside the array. So index function will start by -1, so because the first position is 0, and if you have draw nothing, index will be on -1, not on 0. 0 means there is already a path inside. So that's the basic idea. And actually, first things first, what we need to do is, if we stop the drawing, we need to add the path inside. So what we can do here is we can say restore array dot push. Push it will bring an element on the last position of an existing array. So we can say that the context, and here we use the get image data, which actually returns the context like an image path, so to say. And here, as you can see, we need the x and y coordinates and the width and the height. And here we just take from 0 to windows.width and windows.height to save that. And our index, of course, will add it +1. So we know that now this will be on position 0 because index is now on 0. Alright, so let's console.log the array, the restore array, to see what happened here. So here we go, we need to open the console, and here we go. I'm just gonna draw something, and now you can see we got 2 image data, which is, why is it 2? So what we need to do here is we're just gonna create a if loop. We're gonna create an if statement, and we're just gonna push something to the array if the event dot type is not equal to mouse, what is it, mouse out here, and only then we're gonna push something in. You see the array is empty, and only if we draw it's something inside. So 2, 3, and that's working here. So you got the idea, and now we just got an array with all the paths, and inside the undo function, of course we need to let's begin here with the clear canvas. We just need to say that the restore array is again an empty array, so will be empty again, and the index is again on -1. So what we need to do here is we need to push out the last element. So of course we're only gonna do that if the index element is smaller or equal to 0. We're just gonna call the function clear canvas because this means there is nothing inside the restore array, so we can just clear the whole canvas. And if there is something inside, we're just gonna say that index is -=1, so we're gonna subtract 1 from it, and we're gonna take out the last element of the array, which is in JavaScript done by the function pop. This takes out the last element and also returns it, but we don't need to do something with that. We just need to push it out, and then we need to say context.put image data. So we need to restore the image data from the now from the last position. After pushing out the last element, we're gonna restore the data from the new last element, which is actually here at the position restore array, at the position index. And yeah, actually, as you can see, we need to put in x and y where to start it, and here we're just gonna say 0, 0, so we start at the top left. So let's see what we did here. So first things first, again, our function to clear all, and now the undo function is red and let's say blue, I didn't click, red and blue and green and yellow. And if we undo, yellow disappear, then green disappear, blue disappear, and red disappear. That's really cool. So we got our Draw app working, and that's the whole tutorial. I hope you guys liked the video. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you guys in the next video and the next canvas video. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a like if you liked it. See you guys soon. Bye.